Men and women get married for less reason than that. And they live quite happily together, sharing with each other all the sweet and sour things of life they love so much. But they were not wholly happy because they wanted a little child, a baby to raise, so they could have a family to share all the sweet and sour things of life with. And so they would do what a husband and wife often do. They would talk together about their wishes and dreams for a child. Because, you know, when you have somebody to share your wishes and dreams with, it makes it more likely that they'll come true. And they would stand together in the kitchen, sharing their dreams with each other, because the kitchen's a good place for husband and wife to talk together. They'd stand in the kitchen in the morning, squeezing juice, sipping coffee, wishing and dreaming of a child. They'd stand in the kitchen in the afternoon, spreading sandwiches, wishing and dreaming of a child. They'd stand in the kitchen in the evening, preparing dinner, wishing and dreaming of a child. And late at night, they'd stand together in the kitchen, making sour lemon jello sweetened with honey while wishing and dreaming of a child. They did this so often that their kitchen came to be filled up with all their dreams and their wishes. There were dreams and wishes in the cupboard, on the counter, in the clock, in the sink, and in the refrigerator. Especially in the refrigerator, because you know your wishes and your dreams stay fresher longer in there. And one night, there were enough wishes and dreams in that kitchen for magic to happen. And while they were making sour lemon jello sweetened with honey, she said, "Oh, how I wish we had a child. Why, even a child made out of jello is better than none." And he said, "Yes, it does not really matter the face and form of the child so much as the heart and soul inside." And then they put that jello into the refrigerator and went to sleep. And that night, the magic happened. And in the morning, when they came into the kitchen and they opened the refrigerator for breakfast, out of the refrigerator popped a little boy, all made out of yellow jello. "Mother, Mother," he said. The woman said, "Oh dear, be careful what you wish for." The man said, "Son, welcome to the family." Well, now they were a family at last, and as happy as a family could be. But now because their little boy was all made out of yellow jello, they named him Little Yellow Jello Fellow. And because he was all made out of yellow jello, Little Yellow Jello Fellow lived in the refrigerator. They cleared off an entire shelf just for him. They made him a bed from a butter dish, with a slice of bologna for a blanket, and a marshmallow for a pillow. And they made a little playground for him too, a little climber out of carrot sticks, and a slide made from lettuce leaves, and a swing that was a soda cracker hanging from spaghetti noodles. And they gave him a margarine tub full of cottage cheese he could just swish around in. And he loved that little playground. He played happily for hours on end, but he did not spend all his time playing. No, 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 no. Little Yellow Jello Fellow was the most helpful little fellow that a parent could wish for. Well, he always kept their refrigerator neat and tidy, which meant they hardly ever had to defrost. And at the end of the week, when it was time to go shopping, he had a list ready because he knew exactly what was needed from the grocery store. But now, because he was all made out of yellow jello, Little Yellow Jello Fellow loved things that were cold. But when it was time to take a bath, instead of soaking in a hot, sudsy bath like you and I might, he would soak in a Tupperware tub full of chipped ice. And when it was time to dry off, instead of rubbing down with a terry cloth towel, his mother and father would dry him in their salad spinner. And sometimes, for a special treat, they'd let him go climb into the freezer. Because in there, he could skate across the ice train, sled down the chicken backs, and make snowmen out of the freezer frost. But you know, despite all of these delights, his favorite thing in all the world was to read. He had a little nutshell library of miniature classics that he kept balanced between the ketchup and the mustard bottles at the back of his room. And he would sit up late at night in his butter dish bed, leaning against his marshmallow pillow with his legs tucked under his bologna blanket, reading by the light bulb in the refrigerator, which I guess does stay on. He especially loved stories of heroes and adventures like Robin Hood and Three Musketeers. Yeah, but you know, sometimes the stories would make him sad because he would sigh, "Oh, how wish I could have a real adventure like all the heroes in the stories that I read. Well, his mother and father could see that he was sometimes sad. We had a little bit of conflict happening here between one and another. How we doing? You got it worked out? I got rock and soccer spots here. Is anybody holding these folks? You got it okay? Yeah, I know. It's going to start out funny, but it's